Why don't they have the models that have like the attitudes in their walk? Because like when I see somebody walking and they have so much like attitude in their walk, and it's just like it gravitates me to their outfits. So I'm like, what do they have on? Like she just looks so bomb walking. Like she just looks like she owns the runway, and like that's how the '90s models was. And I just feel like that's what I feel like personally. That's what the fashion industry is missing right now.
Welcome back to another episode of Got This in Black. This is Chukwunwike, and to my writer, we have the other half of the podcast, Andima. How are you doing today?
I'm doing lovely. I cannot complain. I had a great week.
That's good.
A great weekend before that, and this weekend has turned out to be amazing. And it's fall season, cozy season, sweater
cozy season.
My favorite.
Love.
Yes.
Sad season almost.
Almost. Don't rush. Let us enjoy our time, okay?
We don't care about y'all.
Okay, and we have a special guest today, as we always do to the middle. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell the people what you do?
Hey guys, I am Rae Ventura. I am a fashion model and also a fashion designer.
Ooh, let's go.
And fall is like one of my favorite seasons to dress up, but I don't like being cold.
Okay. I feel like fall is like, I feel like it's top 2 for everybody as far as like seasons.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. But do you have birthday bias? Like, when's your birthday?
My birthday's in the summer, so of course I love the summer. Like,
okay.
Summer,
I love
baby.
being in the sun, all of that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold either.
I like the fashion, but I don't want to be too cold.
I don't mind being cold. I get hot really easily, so I'm just uncomfortable. I'm just like,
oh really?
Like, what is this? Ugh. I do like the clothes because, as much as I love fashion and wearing fashionable clothes, I also don't like clothes on my body too much.
Yeah, no, I got you.
That's the good thing about summer. Like, you can wear as less as possible.
Yes. Right.
It's the trade-off.
Yes. So before we get into the episode, we need you to do a few things. We need you to like, comment, subscribe, share, and rate. Because you said rating does us good, right?
Yes. Please rate. Like, rate on whatever platform you listen to us on. It actually helps.
Yes. Okay, so as we kick off the new season, this is the first episode of season 3. So as you see, the backgrounds change, and Dima's been working on the branding, and Dima's been working hard, guys. Dima's been working hard.
I'm trying, y'all.
Appreciate you.
Don't we look elegant? We look classy.
A little elegant, classy. So
vibe.
With the new season, I decided to create a new segment. So this segment is going to be called, we call it RSD, but Rock Stock Drop. So we're going to give our guests 3 items. They're going to have the choice to rock one, which means wear it once. Stock one means that you're going to keep it in the closet. You get to wear it forever. And drop one means that it's got to go. It's got to go. So, Rae, we're going to put you on the hot seat, the fashion hot seat. So, rock, stock, or drop, we got pleated skirts, matching sets, and leather pants.
Oh my gosh. Why would you do those 3 first?
I gotta make it good.
Okay, so I'm gonna rock the leather pants.
Okay.
Rock the leather pants, definitely. I'm a stock the matching sets, because you can never go wrong with a matching set. Like, love a matching set.
I'm not mad at
that
that
right now. And of course, I'm gonna let go of the pleated skirts. Dang. Pleated skirts are so cute though, but I could just see like it's probably like right now just what's in.
Yeah, it is.
But like it's not gonna be like something I'll keep in my closet forever.
Yeah, because it is like a throwback to like our youth pleated skirts. Like, I don't think they're gonna last for too long. And it's like, how practical are they? Really?
Yeah, because it definitely did kind of make its comeback.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Okay, so let's get into your story a little bit. So what are your?
Oh, you're not gonna ask me my rock?
It's not for you.
Wow.
It's not for you.
But I'm actually interested to know.
This is a conversation.
Okay, and you see, like, I just want y'all to pay attention how they gang up on me on this episode. Like, we already had pre-production. Like, the heat is already. Let me just put this out there right now. I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I'm not a hater. Okay, like, they've been ganging up on me all pre-production because I'm not a Beyonce fan.
I
just feel like I'm getting jumped. Okay.
I feel like if you're not a Beyonce fan, like, you're a hater. you
gotta be a hater. And you deserve the energy that's coming to you.
Really, because she works so hard. She does
I never said that
the whole 9 yards.
I never said she wasn't talented. I never said that she didn't have skills. I never said she didn't give a great stage performance. I just said I'm not a fan. I don't listen to the music. That's just what it is. But I give her props. Like, she's one of the probably top 2 best entertainer ever to do her thing. Michael Jackson would be the one I would put above her. But no, like, I respect it. Like, she really does the thing. Like, she puts on the show. Like, I can see, like, the hard work and the effort, but the music just doesn't speak to me. So that's why I'm not a fan. So when I say I'm not a fan, it's like I don't listen to the music. I appreciate the art and the talent and the stuff that she puts out, but I just don't listen to the music. So that's why I say I'm not a fan. I don't go and listen to the new Beyonce album or go to a show because the music doesn't speak to me. So
I have a little theory about guys in R&B music, or I should say current R&B music.
Okay.
I feel like guys are a little bit sexist in their taste in music.
Okay.
Like, I feel like they tend to mostly listen to, like, rappers, R&B. If they do listen to R&B, it's like an R&B artist like Division, who I freaking love, or like someone who like has problematic R&B. like
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't even want to say names. But I'm not gonna lie, I listen to like all of that. Like, I like to listen to the problematic.
Oh my God, I love
R&B.
I love problematic.
Like any type of genre, like, I literally would listen to it. If the music sounds good, I'm listening to it. Like, I got a couple artists on my playlist that I've never heard any of their other songs, but I've heard, like, came across a song that they have that I really like, and I will put it on there that I like to listen to.
Okay.
Is my theory right?
Is Usher toxic? Miguel? Those are my
Usher
two.
had Confessions.
Those are my two favorite
and he
R&B
sung it
artists.
so subtle.
So with R&B, I also like, but also you like tend to listen to more male artists. Like, what female R&B artists do you listen to?
Does Erykah Badu count?
Erykah Badu could be toxic.
She
has some of her
I'm
songs.
trying to think who I liked. I haven't listened to her music as much, but I used to listen to Tink a lot. I'm trying to think what else.
Tank the Bangers?
Tink.
Oh, okay.
Woman R&B. Who else? A lot doesn't come to my mind because I don't listen to a lot of R&B.
Oh, so what's your genre?
I listen to Afro beats mostly.
Okay.
Then rap, and even like the rap that I used to listen to, I don't listen as much anymore. Like, the way my music taste has changed, like, in the past like 3 years, it's like I don't be listening to music as much anymore. And then when I go out, I just want vibes. So that's why I pick Afro beats.
Yeah. I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Is my theory right, or I'm just like it could be wrong. Like, prove me wrong. I just feel like I hear a lot of guys who are like, oh, I support Beyonce. I'm like, she's doing great work, but I don't really listen to her. Right. So that's my theory.
We'll see what the comments say.
And rock stock drop. Okay, I was just being actually annoying. I have the same exact philosophy as Rae. I just wanted to be annoying. You can continue.
Okay. All right. So what are your earliest fashion memories, Rae, growing up?
As far as my earliest, it really, all my fashion senses come from my mom.
Okay.
She's like very fashionable. Like, even to this day, like, she's very fashionable. But I feel like I took over for her. Like, I'm the fashionista in my family. But as far as my mom, like, even like back in the day when I was a kid or before I was born, my mom would keep all her clothes. Like, she still has them to this day. And I would like take her clothes and like I would probably reconstruct it for my own body. Or I'll see something in her old clothes that I'm like, I need this. Like, I need to do something with this. So I wear a lot of her old stuff. And even on my Instagram, some people would ask me like, oh, where did you get this? I'm like, I had this for so long. And it's from my mom. But that's really where my fashion sense comes from her, because she like she used to like dress like so much, and then you had the home videos. We would watch her home videos. I'm like, she looks so cute. Like that is so fly. Like I love that. So that's my earliest fashion memories. And then as I like got older and just started getting my own sense of fashion, I would say me watching like runway shows and stuff like that. Like I used to love watching Mugler, their runway shows. Yeah. That was like one of my favorites, because they always had like the really theatrics and like
that's Mugler all the way.
Like their clothes is always like over exaggerated, and I just love over exaggerated stuff. Like you walk into a room, everybody's dressed in like all black, and then there's a one person come in there with like red on or something. Like who is that? What you got on? Like that's my thing.
Beyonce had this one Mugler look that had these like exaggerated pink shoulders. I love that look. It's just so like, what a weird shape. It looks amazing on her.
Yeah, like I feel like all the clothes from Mugler was like weirdly shaped, but like in a very fashionable way. Like they took like a risk in fashion in my opinion.
Well, around what age were you watching these runway shows, and when did it start for you?
I was watching them as so young, probably like, I know I was starting to watch them maybe when I was like in elementary school, 6th grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I was just so into like modeling. I don't even remember when I told myself that I wanted to be a model. Because I remember, like, loving the fashion and stuff like that. But I don't remember when I was like, I want to be a runway model and stuff like that. So, but, like, as I got into middle school, it's, like, when I became more interested in doing modeling. Because I was, like, I have 8 siblings. So, like, most of them are older than me. So, they were, like, in high school before me. So, they would tell me about their high school experiences and everything. So, one of my sisters, she told me that her high school had a modeling team. Okay. But the high school that she had at the time, my high school wasn't out yet. So she would tell me about it, and then my high school came out, and then I was like, oh my God, I cannot be a model because I'm not going to be able to go to the school that she went to. But when I got there, they did have a modeling team, which I was so excited about.
A modeling team?
Yes.
Okay. What high school?
Yeah, what high school?
I went to Wise. So my sister went to Douglas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I went to Wise, and I was like so excited. I'm like, I'm going to go to Douglas. I'm going to be on their modeling team. And then they built Wise, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot join the team. Like, how am I going to be on this team? Like, I was so like adamant about it. I'm like, I need to figure this out. And then they ended up getting their own team or whatever, and it was just like, I got to try out. And when I first tried out, y'all, my modeling coach, she told me, I did not know how to walk in heels yet. She told me that I walk like I got 2 left feet, but she was like a funny person. Like, I didn't take offense into it or nothing, but I was like, oh my God, that is so funny. Like, this is embarrassing. Like, I'm about to start practicing. So I would go home every day. I would be in my basement. I would be practicing walking in heels and stuff like that. Sometimes my dad would come in the basement. I would be embarrassed when he catch me in like high heels, like walking. I'm like, why did you come down here? But then it gave me more confidence, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep going and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I feel like that's a really PG County thing to have modeling school. I don't think we had that in Howard County. I'm almost positive. I mean, I didn't go to high school in Howard County, so like maybe.
Wait, is Wise PG County or is that DC?
It's PG County.
It's PG County, okay.
But it was like more so, it was like an extracurriculum. Like, I mean, not like a class. It was like a after school activity.
Right.
So.
But I also feel like people forget that there's like a fashion scene in DC.
Yeah.
And I feel like a big aspect of the fashion scene to me is that there are a lot of people in DC. There are a lot of black people in DC and PG County and Maryland and this DMV area. And I think we just tend to be a little bit more fashionable. Like, we're into that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm not surprised that there was even if it was an after school activity and like wasn't like specifically like ran like a specific club, like a club with the school. Like, I feel like it kind of makes sense. But I also know that we have like, Jack and Jill here and like all these other societies that like, you would need to know how to walk for like cotillion or something like that, you know? I don't know. I just find that fascinating.
They had some, I remember one school in DC that did like, they had a modeling team because we would compete against different schools.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it though. I feel like it was called Collegiate. I think it was called Collegiate.
Okay.
If that's a school in DC, then
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah. But yeah, we used to compete against like different schools and stuff. So that was like really exciting too.
what happens on like the modeling team? Like, you're just like, they rate your walk? How, like, what's happening?
So it was actually like very fun. Like the first thing when we get in there, you gotta be like, I think school ended at like, I forgot, like 4:15 or something. So you had to be in the classroom with your heels on by 4:30 in line.
Sheesh.
So, and you had to be in your T Chanel. Y'all know what the T Chanel is. So you have to be in your T Chanel and ready to walk. So when the coach comes in, she turns on the music, and we do 2 practice walks, and that's like your time to shine. Like, you got to show everybody you can walk. You got to show everybody you got stage presence. You got enter the runway presence. Like, that was like the exciting thing for me. I love
this so much.
And then,
This is dope.
and then after you did the walks, we did it 2 times. Then we would do a flood. A flood is like when you're just like following behind the first person, next person, like kind of like cars, like following each other, but you would be on the same foot, same pace.
Like when you're at the end of the run, like after the end of the fashion show, basically.
Yeah,
everyone parades out.
exactly. So we would practice that. I never liked the floods though, y'all. I just never liked it because I feel like my pace was so different from other people's pace, and it was just like, I felt like I was walking on top of people. I felt like I was walking too slow sometimes. Right. So it was just like, I never wanted to do a flood, but yeah.
You gotta practice that.
And then we would have like, so it wasn't just like runway too. Like we had like, I guess we would call it, it's choreography. So we would do choreography. I would do the choreography just because I wanted to learn it, like just in case I wanted to do it. But I never wanted to be on stage doing it because I felt like, what if I was the one to mess up? And I wasn't really that good of a dancer, but like modeling, I also like doing the modeling. It made me join a dance class. So I did dancing, and it did help me walk into heels better, I feel like, too, because I was doing a modeling class. Ballet class, so at my school. So that was another exciting thing. But yeah, the choreography was always so like intense because you're doing it in heels, you're twisting and you're turning, and some people, they was just so good. Like they could do like death drops, like they could do runway. They was doing everything. I'm like, this is like,
what's a death drop?
Y'all seen you probably didn't see it, but Beyonce show. When Honey Balenciaga comes out and he's like spinning around and then they fall back and they got like one leg behind them.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Gotcha.
Yeah, I love Honey. It's so good.
Okay, so what was the name of the competition against the other high schools?
The competition, yeah. So it was called Catwalk Classes, but they would have other competitions too. But that was like the big one, the yearly one. Okay. So Catwalk Classics was like,
the energy like in the joint?
It was so nerve-wracking, y'all. Like, you would go out there and you would not be nervous in the classroom when you're practicing and stuff. When you go out there, you going to see like the big crowd. It was like so many people that would come out for that because it was like a big thing out here. And then like I would look into the crowd. I would get so nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so scary. Like, we about to go out there and perform for millions of people. But I feel like my like energy booster and then my that gave me confidence is that I wasn't able to see that good, y'all. So when I would do walking and stuff like that, I couldn't see anybody. Like, I would just like, it's like I'm walking for myself. So it was like a good experience because I just did my runway walk and I came back. I'm like, I don't see nobody out there. Like, I'm not even nervous no more.
Yeah.
I cannot see the crowd.
I don't know. This has been popping up on Twitter a couple times, but people with glasses was like, see, I like glasses because when I don't want to see nothing for the rest of the day, I just take my glasses off and I'm done.
Literally me.
Like, if you see me in public and I'm squinting like this, I'm not mugging or nothing. It's just like, I cannot see.
No, that's so funny. So do you think, so obviously prior to Catwalk Classics, the runway shows, you think anything else kind of contributed to that walk of wanting to be a model? Yeah,
also like the ballroom scene. Like, so Catwalk Classics, of course, it was like a theatrical performance. And it kind of like gave like what Madonna shows give and like the Beyonce Renaissance show gave. That's kind of how like Catwalk Classics was. So me being at the Beyonce concert reminded me of that so much. Like, I was in the crowd like shocked because I was like, this is so me. But the ballroom scene, that was like another big thing. Like, I used to love doing the ballroom shows because it was kind of like practice for me too. The ones that I would do, they were never like paid or anything. It was kind of like just to get your name out there and stuff like that. But I never really cared for the name. Like, I always just wanted to do it. Like, because I was like, it's so fun. Like, you get to dress up, you get to walk for a category, and they had different categories like runway. They had voguing. They had lip sync. They had so many categories. But I always did female figure because I was like, that's the runway one. I love to walk. And then I got the figure. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. But I started to do the competitions for the money now, though, because it's like they're everywhere. Yeah. And they're still, like, out there. And it's like, so it's been out there forever. And I feel like it's always going to be out there. But, like, it's just like people are morally getting light to it now. Like, after. It's
popularized because of the TV shows.
They're starting to, like, know more about the scene and stuff like that. Because I feel like it was more like, intimate. Like, you know, like, everybody go there. You just know people. Yeah. And everybody knows each other. But now, like, everybody's, like, coming together. Like, even Rihanna hosted one. I can't
really?
like
wow.
Yeah, like when I was living in New York, I can't remember what year that was, but it was a couple years ago. She was like well, not a host, she was a judge. Okay. So she was one of the judges for one. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could have went. Like, I would have definitely competed. But when I looked at the videos, I'm like, these girls are like dressed up. Like, they look so good. Their outfits are like dramatic. And then most of the people, they make their own clothes. Oh, wow. Which is another thing. Like, I love that. Like, when people have their own sense of fashion. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, these fashion balls are almost like the Olympics, like it's different events that people are like competing with, like Fashion Olympics.
Yes, and they be competing hard, y'all. Like everybody takes it serious. Like it be like from the face to the outfits to the walk to the what I need, like extra accessories, like and everybody be like so like helpful. Like I remember I did one, and I did it with my ballroom team or whatever. We that was my first time doing it with them too, so I was like meeting everybody for the first time, but they were so welcoming. Like everybody was there like trying to help. They was trying to figure out if I needed anything extra, but they was like that with everybody. Like I thought that was so nice. Like it was good. And they also had like, I thought it was so neat because they had this thing like the tickets was like $15 I think, but if you went to get tested for HIV/AIDS, then you could get in for free. And I thought that was so good because a lot of people don't even like get tested for that, and they don't know, like they're not aware of their status. So I thought that was really good.
I love that. Wow. Now we have to get Chuck to watch Legendary.
Yes, I love Legendary, y'all.
All of the shows.
And Pose. Y'all gotta watch Pose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Pose had me in a chokehold the first couple seasons. I was like,
yeah.
I haven't watched in a while.
Pose was my show. I used to watch it like over and over, like rewatch it.
So good.
Okay, so high school you were doing modeling. Were you doing anything else fashion related in high school?
Not necessarily like for high school, but like I was learning how to make my own clothes and everything. But okay. I kind of like started to wanting to do that like in middle school because my mom, she knew how to like make her own clothes when she was like before she had all of us or whatever. But as I got older, I'm like, I want to start making my own stuff. But I feel like I got more advanced in high school. Because I'm like, I'm looking at other fashions and I'm just looking like how it goes. And then, you know, YouTube was like a really big thing. So I was like watching YouTube videos on how to sew and like just taught myself from there. But I do want to take like a class so I can really be like elite with it. Yeah. But I feel like for right now, like I can make something, but I can't make everything.
Right.
Yeah. So from like, you know, you having this love for modeling and fashion at this young age to like you in your career now as, you know, model, designer, like walk us down that road. So like tell us about your experience like in New York, for example.
So in New York, I feel like that was like a really big, I feel like I've always been humbling, but I feel like that was a very humbling experience for me. So it was really hard living in New York, and I'm pretty sure people who live in New York can tell you the same thing, like living in New York is hard. But I just felt like I just wanted to take a leap of faith and live there. And me and my best friend, we moved to New York, and we were just living. But she wasn't like modeling. She was more so doing school for like to be a doctor. And I was out there to model and everything. So it was like hard trying to model, and then you had to work because you had to pay your bills and stuff like that. And then it was like at the end of the day, I'm like exhausted, and I'm going to like castings and doing like photo shoots and stuff like that. It was hard, but I will say like the experience was really nice. It was like it just made me want to go harder for what I want in life and everything. So, yeah, that was another thing. And
how did you even know what the process was to book gigs and things like that?
So, the process for me, I started like watching like on like in Instagram, like when Instagram was kind of like authentic. Yeah. They used to have like
we were like, right?
They used to have like I used to follow like all the modeling agencies because like they have models.com. So I would go on models.com, go to the agencies tab, and just look up all the agencies that I just like. This looks like I could be in this agency. So I would follow all of their Instagram pages, and then I would follow like also like makeup companies that I wanted to work with, and like hair companies and stuff like that. Yeah. So they would have like hashtags on like, post this picture and hashtag this, and you might get a chance to, you know, model for us or be in like one of our campaigns and stuff like that. So I would do that, and I was lucky enough I got to work with Milk Cosmetics before. That was like very exciting. Okay. I got to work with Glossier like when they first like was like coming out. I got to work with them, and also there's this one other one. I always forget the name of it.
You don't remember, you can just drop it in the comments.
Okay. Yeah. I could just say it later, but I forgot the name of the other one. But it's a popular brand right now, and I can't even think of it. And then also, y'all, I got to work with Makeup by Mario. That was a very exciting experience. So that was like one of my...
Was it? I think because I remember our pre conversation. Was it Pretty Little Things? Was that the other brand that you wanted to say that you worked with?
No, so Pretty Little Thing, I did like Instagram stuff for them. Okay, but these are like the actual like modeling stuff that I did and everything. But Makeup by Mario, that was like Kim Kardashian's like makeup artist. So that was exciting to work with that as well. And they gave us like they did a photo shoot for us, so that was another good thing to add to my book. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like a lot of those things I did. And then
real quick for the people who don't know, can you like explain like what the book is? And
oh yeah, of course. So a book is like your portfolio of your photo shoots that you did and everything. So I feel like it's really important to have a portfolio when you're visiting like these modeling agencies, because some of them, they will accept you without a book and they'll just help you build your book. Yeah. But like if you already have a portfolio, that just shows them what they're working with, like who you are type of thing. It's like a resume. Like you go in there, you show them your book, and if they like your pictures and everything, it's like, oh, we know this girl is capable of like, you know, doing photo shoots and everything. So a portfolio is definitely important. Yeah.
Okay. So how long were you in New York for?
I lived in New York for like, I think like 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah. It was like I moved back like right before the pandemic.
What was the catalyst for you moving back?
I honestly did not move back because of the pandemic. I moved back because I wanted to come home. I was missing home, not gonna lie. But I already knew though, like New York wasn't like the place that I wanted to stay at. It was just like I was there for the modeling. So yeah, I just knew I was always gonna come back home, but it was just like not at that time. And then I moved back. But I moved back at the very perfect time, because once the pandemic happened, like they shut down New York, and like it was hard to like get out of there and everything. Yeah.
So what moves did you start making once you got back here and around the pandemic time? Like did you have a plan, or were you just trying to figure things out? Like what was going on?
Yeah, I always had a plan. Like I still was like, I'm still gonna model, and if I get castings, I'm just gonna take a flight or take the train, because you know New York is not far from where we are.
Yeah,
so
not at all.
Yeah, so I always like, I was still like doing modeling. I would just take the train from here to New York. Sometimes I would get some castings in LA, so I would have to take like last minute flights. Expensive. I hated that, but it was like, it was good to be there, but it was like annoying paying those prices and everything.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, I just love being in New York. That was my main thing, but for the modeling. But I don't know. I like the LA though too, because LA has like the beauty market. Okay. And I'm more so like, I want to do beauty work. I like Runway. Like Runway is like really nice and everything, but beauty is like what I like.
You say you serving face.
Yeah. Face. I want to do some photo shoots. I want to do hair campaigns, makeup campaigns.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got the opportunity to go to Fashion Week this year and work a couple shows behind the scenes. So it's like, what is it from like a model's perspective? Because I was just more like a volunteer, helped it out. So I kind of want to see like what your POV is like as a model going into the runway show.
That's so funny. I always wonder how it was like being behind the scenes and like helping. So, but as far as in the show, I feel like most of the shows that I've done in New York Fashion Week, I feel like I always had like a smooth slate. Like, the only time when it's not as smooth is like when you're going from one show and you're trying to rush to the other show, and they're probably like down the street from each other, but you still want to make it there on time. But my thing was I always had like an exciting experience with it, because it was just like, this is what I love to do. So I never had like a complaint about it. Like I'm just like, oh, my dress is messed up. It could get fixed. Like, I'm not gonna think like bad about it, or like the makeup and stuff. Like, I know some people, they don't like their makeup during the shows and stuff, but I never really cared how the makeup looked. I'm just like, I'm excited to go out there to walk and, you know, just be in my element type of thing. But yeah, everybody has that moment though when they don't like something. But me, I would just be so like grateful to be there. So I'm just like,
yeah, I know there was a lot, probably not recently, but I know in the past there was like issues with makeup artists not knowing how to like work with women of color, or hair and stuff like that. But I feel like have you feel like you didn't have those issues?
No, I actually did have that issue one time, y'all. With, it was a photo shoot I was doing. So I was doing a test shoot. A test shoot is basically like a photo shoot that you're going to put into your portfolio. Yeah. So I did this shoot, and the outfits were really nice. The makeup was really good. Everything was good except for my hair, because like when I wet my hair, it's like a big curly bush, and it's like, the guy that was doing my hair, it's like he combed out my curls, so my hair just looked like a scarecrow. Like, I was just like, what is this? I was like, I do not want to take a picture like this. And then he like pushed it all to the side, y'all. Like, I never used that picture in my portfolio, but I was just like, this is not, like, I could have did my own hair, because this is not how I wear my hair when it's wet.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
it was like horrible, y'all. Like, I was like, oh my God, he didn't use no product. He didn't use nothing. He just brushed it all to the side. I'm like, I was like giving him some like examples. I'm like, I use like this on my hair. It brings out the curls. I use this on my hair. It makes it look shiny. Like, my hair was dry, frizzy, big. Like, it was just like, this is not good.
So the no seasoning extends to the beauty size of it as well too.
I was like, ever since then though, y'all, like, that made me like, I always bring my own little care bag, like my hair care, my makeup care, like anything that I need. If I need to fix it, I'm gonna take my stuff and then go fix it.
Yeah, the production side is like, man, it's like you just ripping and running as soon as you get there. Like, so I was at Sammy B, and then I did another designer named Elaine Fagnini. It was like two different things. Like, Sammy B was more like, I was just helping. Like, I was putting together tables. I was moving stuff this and there. Like,
you can move stuff.
Yeah, and it was literally like, it was only two dudes that were helping out. And the other dude was like a shorter dude. So it was like, yeah, we were like lifting everything. Like, I remember we had to go get a steamer from the garment district. And I'm walking through like New York blocks with this big old box. So we got like a big industrial steamer, which was crazy. But it was good. And I was just making sure I was like being strategic, like not just helping, but trying to like network with the people, talk to people. And then for Elaine show, I was more of like dressing the models and stuff like that as well too, like doing a little bit of styling. And that's why I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be styling shows, because I'm saying it's like, as a stylist, like, you have to dress, and I'm like, it was definitely uncomfortable dressing grown men. Like, I'm talking about from pants, buttoning up crotches and stuff like that. I'm just like, I'm good off this. But I appreciate the experience. It was great. After each show, I was exhausted. Like, I was like mentally, physically, spiritually, all that just like wiped. And I'm just like, I can't even recall everything I did, but it's just like, you're constantly thinking, you're constantly focused, and it's just like that level of like brain activity on top of being there all day. And then it's like, a lot of times they ain't really feeding the volunteers, or if it is, it's like just some pizza or something like that. So it's like,
at least I got pizza. We always had like the snack food, like the finger foods and stuff. And I'm like, where's the big stuff? I'm so hungry.
Man, shout out to Sammy B, because whatever pizza they got, because you know New York pizza is bomb, and whoever picked that joint,
I wonder if
that
it was
pizza,
artichoke.
It was good. But yeah, that's kind of like the production side. It's like, you're just trying to make sure everything go good. You're trying to make a good impression as well too, because me just trying to network in the fashion design. So it was pretty dope.
That's good. Yeah.
So now we've talked about, a little bit about yourself. First, we didn't do this first, but we don't always have to do this first. We need to talk about what we have on.
Oh my goodness. We forgot about the fit.
Yes.
Wow.
This is probably going to be my favorite part.
Yeah, but I don't mind it being in the middle either. Like, I don't think we always need to start with it. But,
okay. We can switch it up.
Yeah. So tell us what you have on and who you have on.
So what I have on, y'all, is a black designer from Chicago.
Hey.
The brand is called Ricchezza, and they like do like streetwear. And I just thought this was so cute to like dress it up. I wanted to put on some chrome, and then like put some heels on with it, because you could dress it up and you could dress it down. But today I felt like I wanted to be more a little dressy with it. So that is what my outfit is. I actually love their clothes. Like, it's a very nice fitting. Then it also is like for the winter, fall. Well, this sweatsuit is, and it's like really warm.
Okay.
I would tell y'all I was cold. This was keeping me warm.
That's good. And Dima, what
I
you
might
got
check
on?
them out because I like that.
Yeah.
It's super cute.
They have different colors too. Like, I have an orange one, and orange is my favorite color.
I love it. I love it. I love the chrome. So I have, this is a Brandon Blackwood trench coat. I'm obsessed with. Get lots of compliments when I wear it.
Yeah, it's a fly coat.
I'm like, what else do I have on that's black owned? I think that's it this time. Actually, these are probably Knature The Label, my go-to for jewelry. But yeah, I was really pressed to get this trench coat, and now I'm getting some like jean thigh-high boots.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm gonna wear them together, but like this inspired me to get the jean thigh-high
really?
boots.
You probably could do them
Yeah,
together though, because I
right?
like the jean on jean looks. Yeah. And their
Canadian
thighs
tuxedo.
are really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's what's
Chicken
up.
on check.
I have this brand called it's called Blame Yourself. It's a brand. I met the guy in this area. He grew up in Cali and now he's living here. So I copped this tee from him. This is like the kind of like Joker card type tee. He has like a couple like different themes, and then one of my go-tos. I think y'all probably seen this a couple times, but this is the Dreams of Triumph. This is their corduroy bucket hat. They're a brand in this area as well too. If you have been watching the black-owned fashion brands in the DMV, our segments, Dreams of Triumph is definitely, I think it's in the first part 1, maybe part 2, but check that out on our Instagram. But that's what, I got on the Fear God California slides. Y'all can't see my
I like
legs,
those
but
though.
The ones I couldn't get.
you can still get them. I told you that last time. You still get them.
I've been hurt.
I know. It's a woman scorn. All right, Andy, what you got for us?
So I have a little segment that we're doing this with, well, okay. Let me back up a little bit. So typically we always do, so you know, Rae, we do like a pop culture segment. And normally I do it like on a TV show. So it tends to be like the Real Housewives franchise. But I know you're not a huge TV person. So you told us your favorite artist.
Yes.
And so I've come up with a segment that's focused on that. So you all should have some photos of the Queen Bee. And I want to hear from y'all what your favorite looks are. Just so everyone knows, the photos I sent are either outfits that are from a Black designer or they're from a Black stylist, which like pretty much all her stylists are Black. So I just picked the like most iconic looks that they styled, or like the most unique looks that they styled that were kind of like just very different. And so I'm going to explain for the people what the looks are, and then I want you guys to tell me your top 3. So first look. So the first look is, which one should I start with for the people? Okay, I'm gonna start with like the most knowledgeable. Actually, no, I'll start with how I sent it to y'all. All right, so first is a look by Febin. So it's kind of a jumpsuit. Beyonce likes to do, you know, where the shoes and the pants connect. I don't know what that's called. Is there a name for that? Where the shoes and the
I just
pants
wonder how they
connect?
get washed.
I wonder if it is too. I always see it. He said, I wonder if it can get washed. I'm pretty sure you dry clean it.
Dry clean it.
Yeah.
Because I've had that thought. I'm just like, like you got a whole shoe connected
I'm
to your
just like,
pants.
I'm pretty sure it has to have a name. Every piece of clothing has a
We're
name.
just gonna
but-
call it a jumpsuit with booties, okay? It's by Febin, who's a Black female fashion designer. It's actually from the June 18th show. So the June 18th show, I think, like a majority of the outfits she wore were by Black designers, which I'm like, it's the details for me, Beyonce.
Yes.
It's the details. Second look is this kind of armored bodysuit. It's a Balmain bodysuit. Of course, we know the creative director of Balmain is Olivier Roustier. Y'all, my French accent is not.
Olivier, don't kill us.
Olivier
Don't kill us.
Roustier. Lord.
That sounds good though.
Yeah. Thank you. Next look is this Laquan Smith shattered glass catsuit. Not only is it Laquan Smith is styled by KJ Moody and Vance Gamble, also from the June 18th show. Next look, custom brand in Blackwood, also styled by KJ Moody and Vance Gamble. Next look after that is a Ferragamo look. How do I explain this? So she's got like these beautiful like taupe gray silvery gloves, and it's like a short material. Scrunch ruched dress with kind of like a cape, very beautiful, some dope sunglasses, and so this is a Ferragamo look. Of course, the creative director of Ferragamo is Maximilian Davis, styled by Shonat, who I love. Last two looks are actually just styled by Shonat because she's the boss. And they're probably, like, I would say, like two of the more popular looks. So one is the look where she's wearing kind of the catsuit again with the black gloves and the red nails. And then she's also got black gloves on with red nails. And so Shonat styled that and worked with Low. And there's a silver look, a red look, and a gold look. And those are kind of like the iconic looks that people are wearing for Halloween and stuff like that. And then the Bumblebee look. So Kavya, no, is it Kavya? Gabrielle Union's daughter.
Yeah, I think it's Kavya.
Yeah, okay. Kavya wore this costume for Halloween with her little friend who she always does photo shoots with. It was so cute.
That was so cute.
But it's a Mugler bodysuit, really structured. We know how Mugler does.
Yeah.
With kind of like yellow and silver detailing. And I actually forgot this one more look that I skipped over. And it's the off-white kind of cargo industrial looking bodysuit and jacket with, you know, the big wide brim hats that Beyonce normally wears. And I think they did those in red. And I want to say there was a blue one as well that she wore.
Okay.
I think she wore an army one as well.
Yes,
Army
yes,
fatigue.
there was an army fatigue one, yeah. I think that was actually at the show I was at, so I should probably remember that. But yeah, those are the looks. So I want to hear from y'all. What are your top three?
Okay, so I'm gonna go from what I like and what I love. Okay. So
like
first,
how you said that.
Yeah. So first, I'm gonna say I loved all the outfits. Like every outfit that she had on the tour was like amazing. Like every time I seen a new outfit, I'm like, oh my gosh. So my first one I'm gonna pick is the one with the arms. Like I love that look because I couldn't tell where her arms were. I'm like, which one is your arm? But I just thought it was so cute, and it was given like costume, like
yeah.
And I'm picking them based off of what I like for the tour because it was like costume theatrics.
Yeah.
So that was really cute for what she performed it for. Like I just thought it was cute. I'm so sad that she didn't perform All Up on Your Mind on the concert that I went to because she wore that, and I just thought it was so cute. Like it went. And then after that, I'm going to say it was the red off-white one.
Okay.
I like that one because it just like really gave like fly, gave gangsta, gave like she just did so good in it. Like
Yeah.
I loved her movements in it, everything. Like even the performance to it, yeah.
Fire in that.
Like even all the colors, every one that she wore in this fit was like really nice. And I'm obviously going to say my number one was the Bumblebee suit because one, it was by Mugler, and that's like one of my favorite fashion designers. And two, it was such a costume. Like it was really giving Bumblebee what she is, like the beehive. It really gave that, like it gave that from like, it was just a 10 across the board.
10,
and
10.
And I love when she performed it with the like what was that called? The like the news anchor, like that was so creative.
Yes.
Like a bumblebee coming out of that, like that was so cute. But like I loved all the outfits again. Like I just think that those were like really giving concert costume. Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Chuck, you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go.
Like, I'm unsure what
I think he's still choosing.
I'm unsure what to say.
Yeah, I'm in Beyonce jail right now.
This was really, really, really hard. And I also like, there were also just so many amazing looks. Like, it was, like, I kind of wish we could have done all of them. But I'm going to say that my one that I liked, and there are the ones I loved more, was the Brandon Blackwood custom dress. First of all, that was the first song that she opened up with. What song? I don't even remember the name.
I think it's Dangerously in Love.
Yes, Dangerously in Love. Thank you. So, like, I loved all her Dangerously in Love outfits because I love a classic look. Like, I love regal, ballroom, like, give me a train, give me a long glove. And I also just love that it was custom Brandon Blackwood. I thought it was really phenomenal. So that's the one I liked. Second up is the Bumblebee look. So also, like, Shonat is a boss. Like, I feel like her looks specifically were the most creative, you know, eye-catching looks because she did both the Bumblebee and the Mugler hands suit. But I agree with you. Like, the Bumblebee was just like, it's iconic. Like, what?
Like that needs to be in a museum.
Yes, it needs to be in a museum. It's a piece of art.
Yeah.
And then my favorite look was the Laquan Smith shattered glass cat suit. And that's just because I like an extra, like, blinged out moment. I live for that. Like, what I wore for the Beyonce concert was like a blinged out tube top. So anything with just tons and tons of bling with a nice silhouette, I'm always going to be a fan of. So those are my top 3.
Yeah, that was cute. I feel like I could wear that in, like, like to a party or something like.
Yeah, it wasn't like wasn't given, like, you know, the Bumblebee look. Like, it wasn't like, okay, like, you're always gonna remember that. But, like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, me being someone who I like to wear out of the box things, I also really like classic silhouettes.
Yeah.
Like, things that I don't know. Maybe I'm basic.
I wish you would have put the outfit with the Marc Jacob boots in it. That was a good one. I love that. That was a really, like, eye-catching. Because I'm like, I'd never seen Beyonce wear something so chunky like that. Like, I love the shoe on her.
Yeah. You still deciding?
No, I got mine.
Okay.
I was like, you had all that time.
Yeah, I had mine the whole time.
Okay.
I have the same three as Ndima, actually. I love the Laquan Smith look, the Brandon Blackwood custom dress, and the Bumblebee joint. Those are my 3 favorite ones.
What was your top?
My top one is the Laquan Smith.
Ooh, so y'all have the same one.
I don't want to change mine now.
Wow, you see the shade? That's crazy. Laquan, you see I'm rocking with you, right? You see how she doing you, right? You see how she doing you, right?
Let me tell y'all why. I feel like I was too safe. Cause Chuck does. When I tell you someone doesn't like haute couture or out of the, like, things that are not, like, ready to wear, it's Chuck. And so that just showed me that I was being real safe.
Wow.
Very safe.
It be your own
It
people.
is cute, though. Like, it's really cute outfit though.
Be your own
Can I change
people.
the Balmain?
That's crazy. The Balmain safe too. That was my number 4. So you better keep scurrying.
I'm crying.
Sorry, not trying to come for you, Chuck, but I'm trying to come for you a little bit. Oh gosh. Well, do you know, like, what is your favorite look from the tour? Like, just, like, not just looking at, like, Black designers. Could you like?
Oh, mine's is definitely the Mugler one. Like,
okay,
that one was definitely my all-time favorite. Because I'm like, when she switched it on one of her shows, or I think a couple of her shows, but I was like, oh my God, I hope she wears the Bumblebee to the one that I'm going to.
Right.
So I'm like, I really love that one. But she did. She wore that one to the one that I went to, and I was so excited. But the one I went to, it was on a Sunday, and it was, like, right around my birthday. Mm-hmm. The doctor that I used to work for, he bought me beehive seats. I was so excited. Oh I was literally right there. Like, I got videos of her singing to me. But it was, like, such a great experience to be right there. Like, I've been to a Beyonce concert before, but that one was just, like, even better because I'm older and I get to, like, actually remember it.
Right.
And I was, like, so close, and it was pouring down raining, y'all.
So you went to the show here?
Yeah. I didn't even care. I was just like,
exactly. I heard that was a crazy night.
I did not even care. I was just like, it's pouring down raining. Like, one of the security guards gave me one of his, like, ponchos though, so it wasn't that bad. But I was like, I'm still gonna have fun. Like, and good thing, like, my hair wasn't even, like, my hair was done, but it was like I didn't care that it got wet. It was just like, That was the main thing. If my hair was like super like done in a specific look, I would have been mad. But it was just like I had it like slicked back. But when it started raining, I took my hair out. I'm like, just get wet, just do whatever.
I love that energy. Yeah, I went to the day before.
The Saturday one.
Yeah, and I had never been to a Beyonce concert before.
Oh really?
Yeah, never. And I was like, I've been missing out. I was really upset. I was like, why did I go? I really liked her, like her cowboy like outfits. I really want Beyonce to do a country album, like a country album, a country tour. I love the song with the Dixie Chicks. Yeah, I hope she does that. We'll see.
She might hear this and think about doing it. Hopefully.
Wow,
because I'm like, I'm gonna go.
Let's speak that into existence.
Like, I already know what I'm gonna wear.
Let's speak that into existence. Are you going to the movie?
Oh yes, I bought the ticket, y'all, when it first came out, and I bought only one ticket because I'm going to go regardless. But I don't know anybody else who's as big as a Beyonce fan that would buy a ticket like that, like how I did. I just like, the tickets out, bought them, and I'm gonna go one day after work. But I'm gonna be by myself. So.
That's what I'm about to do.
I'm like, I don't even care if it's by myself, but I really want to see it. So
yeah, I hope she talks a little bit about the stylists and the designers and like the choices she made with some of the clothing.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that she does that, but like just the attention to detail.
I feel like she will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We like, okay.
She's looking over here like,
what's next? I mean, we can keep on talking about Beyonce.
Right.
No, I don't have anything.
Well, I did want to ask you about just how you feel like the modeling world has changed since social media. Mm-hmm. Like, and like two perspectives on that. So like one, I'm very interested in like, how do you think it's impacted diversity? Mm-hmm. And then the second is like, how has it impacted your ability to like approach modeling in a non-traditional way and like make income from it, not just by doing like what everyone else did, which is like, you know, get booked to walk in shows and, you know, do editorial and things like that.
That's a really good question, actually. But I feel like modeling changed because, like, I feel like back in, like, when I was, like, first starting to model, I feel like it was harder to get into certain things. Like, it was harder to get booked for certain shows and for certain, like, campaigns and, like, to be seen by agencies and stuff like that. I feel like it was harder. But now with social media, they, like, more venture off to, they still, like, get models and everything, but they venture off to, like, influencers and all those things and stuff. So I feel like a lot of people, it's like, for example, like, there's no shade to nobody, but like you would watch some of the runway shows and they're like trying to put people who are not like fashionable in them, or they're like putting like influencers in them who like don't really strive in that aspect. And then like when you watching them, you're like, there's so many people that could walk so good. Yeah. And then you make somebody that just because they have status and they have followers and stuff like that. Like, I feel like back in the day, it was so more, like, authentic. And I think, like, Naomi Campbell said something about that, too. Like, before, she said, like, she had said something about one of the shows or something. I cannot remember exactly what it was, but I was just, like, agreeing because it's, like, you have anybody in the shows. And then, like, now you look at it, a lot of the walkers are, like, bland. Like, the walks are just so straightforward, like they're just like robotic.
I know
and
exactly
everything.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like, like when I used to watch the shows like back in the day, like I even still watch them to this day. Like there's this like 4-episode series on Apple TV, and it talks about all like the supermodels from like the 90s and stuff like that. So I'm like watching them and I'm like, this is really what fashion is. Like, why don't they have the models that have like the attitudes in their walk? Because like when I see somebody walking and they have so much like attitude in their walk, and it's just like, it gravitates me to their outfits. So I'm like, what do they have on? Like, she just looks so bomb walking. Like, she just looks like she owns the runway. And like, that's how the 90s models was. And I just feel like that's what I feel like personally, that's what the fashion industry is missing right now. Like, if you bring some real good walkers to your shows and like they're wearing your high fashion stuff, like that's going to really bring like your clothes out. Because I literally look at people how they walk, and then it just makes me want to buy the clothes more. Because I'm just like, that looks bomb, and then she's wearing it so bomb. Like, I love that. But I feel like that's like a change right there. And then also, I feel like they do have more diversity, which is so good though, because they have more plus size models, more black models, more like different skin tones and stuff like that. And I love like how when Savage Fenty first came out, they did like their fashion show. And I saw that. I'm just like, I love this. Like, she's giving like to every size, every like disability. Like, she's like really showing like not just one type of model. And I feel like after that, like more shows were starting to like try to do that and
like
everything.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, like they try to rebrand. And the crazy thing about Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret. Go ahead.
The crazy thing about Victoria's Secret though, like everybody used to love Victoria's Secret. I still love Victoria's Secret, but like they used to have their fashion shows, and of course they had their models that were like a size 2 and they were like very small. But like my thing was like, I honestly wasn't against it. Like, don't stay away from that. Like, keep what you got going on, because now they're trying to be like have more like plus size models and stuff like that. And I watched like their thing. It's like their show that they had recently. It was like very like not eye catching. Like when I used to watch the show, it's like, oh my god, this looks so good. They got so much color and pop. But now it's like it's kind of like watered down because they were trying to be more something that they're not. And it's okay if you're not that, then you're not that, because we have other stuff that is that.
You think they're trying to force diversity in
yeah,
a way that is inauthentic?
Yeah, in a way, sort of, kind of. Like, I just feel like it just wasn't what they came out as. And like, it's okay to change sometimes, but like, I feel like even though like even plus size models, they were still loving the Victoria's Secret fashion show and stuff like that. But now it's like they don't have the Victoria's Secret fashion show because I don't know why, but like they don't have it. But you could have added.
There was some drama. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I think they got canceled. I should remember. I don't know what it was.
Like,
I feel like when the Savage Fenty came out, I was like, oh yeah,
like
y'all,
everybody
y'all
gravitated
slumming basically.
that.
Like it's like Savage Fenty kind of just like took their spot, like just kind of like.
yeah, and it's like in my opinion, they could have been like competing against each other. Honestly, like. Yes, Rihanna has like the diversity, but they could have still kept what they had going on, and like it could have been still like their high fashion stuff. But it was just like
they could have though, because everybody was talking. Like once they saw the inclusion and diversity in the Savage Fenty show, I think Victoria's Secret had to change, because if they didn't, everybody would have been like, "Y'all still not doing it even after you see this." So it's like they had to do it. It's just that, like Andima said, they couldn't find an authentic way to display it, but they couldn't have stayed the same. They would have got killed. I think they would have got killed even worse if they would have just kept doing what they were doing.
I
Like,
think they would.
I think it would have been
honestly,
bold,
on my
but I think they
own-
would have got killed.
Yeah, I just think honestly on my own, like I just think that they could have added more to it, but they could have still stayed what they were. Like for example, the fashion shows that you have every year, everybody would be excited, like, oh, the fashion show is about to come out. We excited to watch it. People have like fashion show parties and everything. And then like they came out recently with their fashion show, but it wasn't like a fashion show. It was like they were walking in like a grapevine or something.
Oh,
like
the reimagined one.
Yeah, like that was so boring to me. Like, no offense to Victoria's Secret, because I love them and I love like fashion and stuff like that. But it was just like, why didn't y'all just bring those models to y'all fashion show that y'all normally have? Like y'all could have did like the diversity in that, but y'all just like watered it down so much. It was like even the color of the of the show, it was just like, where's the pop?
Yeah, I think what I agree with what you're saying is that like I feel like they could have taken the Victoria's Secret model, which is like the angels with the wings and the bright colors, and just diversified the woman in the show. Whereas they're just trying to completely rebrand, and like your brand is strong. We're just asking you to be inclusive with the people that wear your brand, because tons of people wear your brand.
Exactly. And my thing is like, it gave like more so like I'm trying to think of a brand that's like that always is like kind of like Spanx or something. Like it just gave like you would wear Spanx and everything, yeah, but it's just like you probably not gonna be excited to watch a Spanx fashion show, because it's just like it's like tights and stuff like that. But like Victoria's Secret, they used to have like the bra, like the the $1 million bra and stuff like that, and they had one model that walked and wore it and everything, and like the wings, the exaggerated wings, like it was really like a show. But that was just more so like when I was watching it, I was kind of like very disappointed, because I'm just like, this is not Victoria's Secret. What is this?
Yeah.
It's funny when you said like about like the models like showing like, you know, like personality and energy. It's funny that you said it'll attract you to the look, because I wonder if they toned the models down because they felt like the the sauce that they were given actually distracted, and more people would remember the model more than they remembered the fit.
I've actually heard that before. Like somebody, I was talking to somebody about the same thing. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like my eye is a little different from other people's eye. Like, it's okay. Like, everybody has different views. But my thing is, like, when I used to watch those runway shows, like the 90s models, I'm looking at the models, but I'm looking at their outfits, too. Because I'm just like, this looks like an amazing piece. Like, I would wear this. Like, I want to figure out where it came from, who made it, and all the other stuff. But now it's just like, they walk so bland and stuff. It's like, oh, that's nice. But I'm just like, where's the next piece? Like...
Yeah.
It's almost like they're not wearing the clothes are wearing them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you could see that, because when I was working one of the shows, there was two different models wore the same like type of outfit, but it was in different colors. And one, the outfit was wearing her. The other one, she was wearing it. And I was like, see, yes, that's how you're supposed to. That's how you're supposed to rock that joint.
You don't want the outfit to wear you, because if the outfit is wearing you, it's not really going to give what it should have gave.
Yeah. And I think also the purpose of fashion shows were so you could see yourself in the outfit.
Yes, exactly.
So if someone is just
walking,
like if you're just walking like this, I'm just like,
my favorite is when they're walking like super fast. When they're just like.
I think they had like a whole fashion show. I can't remember the brand, but every model was.
I know what you're talking about, so I can't remember either. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like bring back the real modeling. That's another thing, y'all, with my like brand. Like I want it to be as big as that, so like I can have fashion shows, and I want the girls to show out. Like I want people wearing my stuff showing out in their outfits, because I want people to look like if a model is like showing out in their outfit, you're going to look and you're like, oh my gosh, she could walk really good. And then you're seeing what she's wearing. And it's like, that is really cute. Like, it makes you really want to, like, buy something because you see somebody wearing it in a good way. Like, for example, like, let me think of somebody who dresses really nice that I like. Rihanna. Mm-hmm. So Rihanna wears a lot of, like, outrageous clothing. And you would probably, like, not even think to buy it. But then you see her in it and she's, like, wearing those, like, pieces, like, she's wearing them. They not wearing her. Yeah. And you're seeing it, you like, oh my God, where she get that from? Like, I want to wear that too. Right. Yeah, like it's just like that. Like you just gotta know how to wear. You gotta know how to style it and all that other stuff. And I just feel like brands are not doing that no more.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And you gotta feel comfortable in it. When you're not comfortable in your clothing, like it translates. Yeah, it really does.
It does. That's facts.
And so maybe in the defense of some of the models, like, you know, they're putting these clothes on them and sometimes they're like not sized to the model like perfectly, so like you could be a little bit like uncomfortable in it. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe
random, but how long before we see a Skims fashion show?
You think they'll have a Skims fashion show?
I feel like
without a doubt. I mean,
I see it. I see them trying to take the Savage Fenty model as much as possible.
Actually, well.
I could see what you're saying.
Now, I don't know, like, okay, I feel like it will take some time for them to... No, that would be a boring fashion show. Yeah. I feel like it's going to take some time. They would have to have lingerie. That's the only way it's going to work. Because otherwise, we're going to be bored.
We're going to be seeing, like, bodysuits. Like, I love Skims, though, like, wearing their outfits and their pieces and everything. But it's, like, I just don't see... Unless they change... what they're bringing, like what they're selling.
Or maybe they expand the offering, like you said. Maybe they do get to. I feel like I see it. I just don't know how it gets there, but I feel like I can see it. And maybe, like you said, if they introduce like lingerie or something else,
it's gonna be the NBA players wearing the
the WNBA players.
It said NBA and WNBA.
Yes, I was saying the WNBA players wearing the.
The men come out too. Why you like saying
you said the lingerie.
No, I'm talking about like the Skims underwear.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've already seen pictures of you're not gonna know who this is, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think he was in.
How do you know I don't know who he is?
Because you don't watch the NBA. But you know who it is because when you were cutting up our best dressed in the NBA, he was either number 1 or number 2. Oh, okay. So if I show you the picture, you'll probably see who it is. But he been cooking. Shout out to SGA. But now that's actually, you know what I want to end with now? So in this conversation, when we had our pre-call, I'm going to give you your platform. This is your soapbox, your fashion soapbox right here. Tell us your fashion ick. Tell them, like, get it off your chest. This is your time.
My fashion nick. I don't even remember what I told you on the phone, but I remember like I think I kind of do actually like. Oh no, I do. My fashion nick is like when people start clothing brands and they're just buying clothes and reselling them. I feel like if you're gonna start a fashion brand, you should really be venturing out into your design. Like, you should really tap into, like, designing and stuff like that. Or, like, figure out how to design, take some classes, watch, like, some videos or something, watch some shows. And really, like, bring your own twist to something. Like, I feel like a lot of things I see, like, you would see, like, two girls wearing the same bodysuit. And then, like, one got it from Pretty Little Thing. The other one got it from Fashion Nova, but it's the same thing. Like, it's like fast fashion, but I feel like a lot of people are not like designing their own like styles and stuff like that, and that's what like a lot of people kind of want. Like, you want something different, you want to like dress like out of the box and everything. So that's like my ick. Like, I just like, do you really like fashion? Or do you just want to make some money?
Is it just a hustle to make some money?
Yeah.
Or you're like, oh, it's just trendy to have a fashion line. I like now have this platform and like, okay, what can I do? I can sell hair. I can sell. Are they still doing the gummy bites? I can sell hair.
Yeah, the gummies. Like, I'm like, y'all really are selling gummies right now? Like, they have this at Walmart.
And I can do a fashion line. Like, it's like, we need a little bit more creativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I love buying from small businesses, but I love when it's like, when you have something different. Like, I think I bought like a couple things from different like brands that just like smaller. I'm trying to think of a piece that I like really love in my closet, because I love a lot of my pieces, but like buying from smaller people that actually like designer stuff is just like, this is really creative of you. But I'm trying to think of like a really good one that I bought from before.
It's like a Black owned designer, or
yeah, it's a couple ones that I bought, but I'm trying to think of like my favorite in my closet. Like I just can't. I hate when I get like a
streetwear. Is it streetwear or is it
No, it's like more so like you could dress. I feel like all of my outfits I could dress it up or dress it down, but like it's more like a I feel like it's more classy or something. Like I'm trying to think.
There's not as many. We had this discussion before in a previous episode about how there's, when it comes to women clothing that's not streetwear and it's Black designer, there's not as many. There's like Hanifa. There's Faye Noel.
That's another thing. I didn't even mention Hanifa. Like, I just love her because I feel like she gives like so many people like that opportunity. Like, when I did her first fashion show in 2021, that was like amazing to me because like first of all I got like my first Vogue feature, so that was like really big for me. Like, y'all, I wasn't even expecting it. I think like my friend had screenshotted it and texted to me, and I'm just like, oh my God, how come I didn't know this was on there? Like, and then I start going on like social media and I just see it everywhere, and I'm like, this is so like exciting. Like, it's just so big to me. Like, it's a Black designer and she's giving like so many people like a good chance in like the fashion industry and stuff like that. And like that show was like amazing to me as well. Like, they had like the setup. They did it at a museum in DC. Like, I just thought that was nice too. And then she recently had her Hanifa bridal.
I was about to ask you what's your thoughts about.
That was really nice too. Like, I feel like I did that fashion that show too, and I feel like everybody's dress was just perfect for them. Like, it was like beautiful gowns. And I was going like on Twitter and I'm like looking at people comments about it. Like, they would be like, it was mostly majority like good comments, but then there would be like those people who like had a problem, you know. So I was seeing like some people say like, oh, this isn't even bridal. Like, all these dresses are not giving bridal. It's probably like this that's giving bridal. This is not giving bridal. But I'm like, I don't think she was going for every look to be a bridal. Like, I think some was supposed to be like reception. Right. Some was supposed to be like after the wedding. Some was supposed to be like honeymoon. Like, it was just like weekend. She was trying to give you give you ranges. Like, it was just not just wedding dresses. Like, I feel like some people just don't have that eye. Like, some people just only see straightforward. But like, if you really love fashion, you're gonna see beyond. Like, you're gonna want to understand why a fashion designer did this and that. Like, you know. But everybody's not gonna like everything. So
I have one final question for you. We ask all our guests this. What is your favorite Black fashion moment?
My favorite Black fashion moment is definitely the Hanifa fashion show for myself. Like, the first time I did it, the 2021, I felt like I really felt like that was just an amazing experience. It was in our hometown, and it was just like everything was just like, like you go to a fashion show and you just feel like the backstage is going to be like crazy. Like you're going to see things getting thrown everywhere. Like it wasn't even like, I'm pretty sure people were under pressure and like people were like having their moments, but it was like for the most part, it was like a really smooth slate for me. And I just felt like that was like really, really good. And then also my other favorite Black fashion moments, of course, is like the Tyra Banks and the Naomi Campbell era, because I just felt like that was like so supermodel, and it was like so Barbie. Like they were really like the faces, like they were like the face off kind of thing. Like it was like you see Tyra, you see Naomi, you see them together. Like I just thought that was so neat. Like even though they had their little spat and stuff like that, but I was just like, I just felt like that was just so iconic. Like those two girls, they like really like set the standards for like a lot of like things. Like
they be coming for Tyra and Nerica's next top model.
Oh yeah, that next top model is crazy.
The show was crazy.
But when you used to watch it, y'all, when y'all was like younger, it used to be like you probably didn't even think nothing of it, but you like, dang, they're working so hard. They out in the cold, shooting in the cold with no clothes on.
We're just like, whoa.
Yes, I'm like, oh my God, she better win this round. Like, oh my God, I hope her picture is in the hand. Like, but now you look back and you're like, dang, Tyra.
I want to go back and watch it back.
I'll be watching it back. I'll be like,
so hilarious.
This is actually funny. Like, I think my favorite episode was when she yelled at the girl, because they still be using it as a meme. She's like, I have never yelled at a girl like this in my life.
Oh my God, I literally went back and watched that recently.
Like,
I don't know why.
that was so funny.
Is that we were rooting for you?
Yes, we were all rooting for you. And it's like a meme. Like, it's like so funny.
Yes.
That's the best moment. Oh my God.
Yeah, well,
classic.
Thank you for coming past.
Of course.
This is a
guys.
great
Thank you for having
episode.
me.
I appreciate just coming on the platform, blessing it, telling us your story, and thank you for the education as well too.
Yeah.
Of course.
Teaching us about fashion balls,
About modeling.
Books. The Catwalk classic, books.
How to walk. I'm
Test
gonna do a walk
shoots.
demo for y'all.
Yeah, all that.
Right, I'm going to have to put that in there.
Yeah, so let the people know where they can find you on social media and stuff.
So my Instagram is Rae.Ventura, and then I have TikTok as well, Rae.Ventura.
RAE.
Yes, RAE. And that's pretty much it right now, my socials.
Are you working on anything? You cooking anything up?
Oh, yeah. So I do have my own fashion brand. It's called Rae V, and that Instagram is RaeVOfficial_. And I am about to release my second drop. So I'm working on that, which is very hard, y'all. Like, being a fashion designer and making your own clothes is so hard, because you just, like, you're always going to be thinking, like, do I like this? Do I want to change this? And when I first dropped my swimsuits, I changed my swimsuits, like, probably like 10 times, not gonna lie. So I changed it like 10 times, and I finally found the perfect one for me, because I felt like at first when I was designing them, it was so regular, it was basic, like it looked like everybody else's, so I wanted to make something that was like out of the ordinary. So I finally found my little niche. So
That's congrats.
yes, I'm excited to drop my next drop, and my next summer swimsuits are going to be very fire, so I'm excited for that as well.
Okay. We're looking forward to the drop, second drop, Rae V Official.
Yes.
And that was it. Another episode of Got This in Black. Peace
Like,
out.
subscribe, follow, all that.